Remember when I said we only had €290 for transfer budget? Well, that didn't stop me from signing a whole bunch of players. Seems we're managing this team the Lollujo way. Hello everyone, welcome to the RPGames YouTube channel. My name is Ralph and we're back with FM19, our Zero to Hero save, in which we go from an absolute nobody in the football world, unemployed, to a Hall of Fame, well-known football coach, or at least that is our ambition. So we had a number of games already in the Betfred Cup. The board wanted us to be competitive, but we weren't really supposed to, or we weren't really expected to win any games, as they were all against teams in higher leagues than us. So at first we played Kilmarnock, who are in the Premiership. We lost 3-0. Then we won 2-0 against Queen of the South, who are in the Championship. So they are 2 leagues ahead of us. We lost against Stanrear and were kicked out of the Betfred Cup, but the board thought that we had been competitive, so they were satisfied with our performance there. Our first league game away at Edinburgh City, we lost 2-1. Unfortunately, after 20 minutes, one of our players already got sent off, but with 2 yellow cards, and we had to play most of the game as a 10-player team. We were up 1-0, but then they equalized, and then in the last minutes we gave away a penalty, which made it a 2-1 loss, unfortunately. In today's episode, we're going to take a look at the game against Peterhead. Peterhead are the favorites to win the league, so I want to see what our team can do against the potential league winner. Keep in mind that we are expected to end in last place, so in 10th place basically. So let's see what we can do against the potential league winner Peterhead. And the second game that we're gonna play is against Queen's Park. And Queen's Park is supposed to end in 9th place. So if we want to battle bravely against relegation, the Queen's Park game is definitely a game that we need to win. Before we head into those games, however, there have been a few transfers that I want to show you. The first 3 players on the list there, those transfers were done before I got into the club, before I got hired. So this is the first one that is signed by myself. Rory Cooke, a 20-year-old central defender, 1.5 star current ability, 5 star potential. So definitely a player that was bought with the future in mind. He comes in as the 7th best central defender, but I'm hoping that he will be able to at least fulfill some of his potential, and then I could see him climbing the rank up to one of the better players in our team. He comes from Rhodes, which is a team that is not really in any of the leagues. So, second player on the list, Neil Mcfeely, a 29-year-old central midfielder. And this is the gentleman that was sent off in his debut with 2 yellow cards after 20 minutes. So talk about a hell of a debut there. Thank you very much for that, Neil. 3 star current ability, 3 star potential ability, but we really needed to strengthen the central midfield. He comes in as the 2nd best central midfielder, and for sure he's going to see a lot of game time if he manages to stay on the pitch, which I do hope actually. He originally came from Aberdeen in the Premiership, but never really played a game there, but he did play almost 100 games at League 1 level. And then strangely enough disappeared into some unknown league And even the year 2017, 2018, he disappeared completely. Probably was on a long vacation, got a nice tan, and now everyone in the club is jealous. Another signing that we did on the left wing, an 18-year-old with a 2-star current ability and again 5-star potential. And I'm noticing that there is a lot of players at this level with 5-star potential apparently. So Kieran Thomas comes in as our second best left winger, but he's going to be our best left winger since Gary Fisher is our star midfielder and one of the best players in the team actually. He's going to play central midfield. So even though Kieran is only 18 years old, he's going to see a lot of starts in my team. And he's coming from Monrose, which is also in the same league as us. Another young player that was signed is Chris Brown, a right back, 2-star current ability, 5-star potential. Again, I'm signing a lot of 5-star potential people, it seems. He comes in as our 4th best right back, but he got a really high rating from the scouts. I think he had a 88 or something. And everyone seemed to be very pleased that I signed Chris Brown. He's coming from Inverness in the Premiership, but he didn't play any games there. Next player on the list is Kevin Fell, an 18-year-old poacher, a striker, with 3.5-star current ability and again 5-star potential. Now Kevin comes in as the best striker in the team, so even though he's just 18 years old, he's going to see a lot of game time as well. And he's going to be competing with Graham Gracie for a spot in the team. Kevin came from Stirling, which is also in the same league as us. And then the last signing for now is Sam Robertson, another young player, 19 years old, with 3.5-star current ability and 5-star potential. Comes in as the best right back or wing back, full back. Still need to get used to the different names, it seems. So our best fullback of the team is going to be starting a lot of games as well. And he also came from Aberdeen, where he didn't play any games. So that's the transfer news. I still have a little bit of transfer budget remaining, so I could turn that into payroll and see if I can pick up some more players. Ideally, I would love another defensive midfielder and I would love another left winger, and then I think we should be set. If I could get, for both positions, if I could get a 3-star player, that would be amazing. But we'll see if I manage. There is a lot of scouting going on. There's a lot of trials going on. So let's see. First, we have a match against our potential league winner, Peterhead. So let's jump into the game. And this is the team that we're going to use against Peterhead. We have Morrison in goal. We have a back four of Reed, Murdoch, Wharton and Robertson. On the midfield we have Thompson, Guthrie, Fisher and McLear. And up front we have Fell in a poacher position with Gracie as a pressing forward. Let's beat the number one guy. Or the number one team. Let's give the fans something to cheer for. And let's get into the game. We had an announcement a few days ago of the amazing number of 215 season tickets getting sold. That's quite impressive. So far, Peterhead are content to just play the ball around and soak up the possession percentage. And let's see if we can take the ball from them at some point. That was quite of a wild shot. They can do that more often. And so far we are dominating possession in the first about 15 minutes of the game. 62% possession. Not that many chances going on. We have 2 shots on target. And our first corner with Fisher and Gracie running into the box. And we get another corner. Fisher again from the other side now. With Wharton to Murdoch, McLear, and then the ball is being cleared by Gibson, who makes a run for it, runs it all the way over, and that was a beautiful goal actually from Lyle. Gibson running all the way to the other side of the pitch, driving it in front of the goal. We can see it here. He's great pace, great cross in front of the goal, and then Lyle, where Morrison unfortunately cannot reach the ball. 1-0 down. Let's get back into the action. And it's again Peterhead. Another strike on goal, and they get a corner taken by Gibson. And that one goes over the bar. Six shots on target by Peterhead so far. Or 6 shots of which 4 were on target and one of them was a goal. That's an easy pickup from Morrison. Kicks it all the way up front where Gracie could not get the ball. He still doesn't get it because that pass was not a very good one. And let's start to build it from the back. And now Gracie gets the ball. That was a great splitting pass coming all the way from in our defense. And Gracie should have done a little bit better there. Another corner. Ball ends up at Murdoch. Back to Fisher with another cross. And this time it was a header, but Fleming, no big deal for him. He just picked it out of the air. We go into the 45-minute mark with just 1 minute of extra time. So far, not a super eventful game. And let's see if we need to change some things. Gavin Fell is not having the greatest of games. I'm going to leave him on for a little while longer actually, because he needs to get his match sharpness up. Same for Robertson, is also not match sharp, but yeah, that should happen quite soon. I don't think I'm going to make any changes to the team right now. Just let's see. Disappointing performance according to our assistant coach. So let's tell the players that. Let's see, should we go aggressive? Show me something else, people. And everybody seems to be fired up, so I'm expecting to see a lot of else. Possession-wise, we're doing very good in our tiki-taka game. Fisher now to Thompson. Wharton, can he bring it from the goal? No, it's going back to Fisher and Guthrie. Again, Thompson, and he loses the ball. Gibson, is he going to give another splitting pass? It's Lyle. Brings it in front of the goal to Doe. Boyle now, trying to get past the defender. Blocky, his shot got blocked. That was a very appropriate name there. And then the ball goes wide. Would be nice if we would get something done in front of the goal. So I'm gonna try and make a tactical change here. And I'm going to get a new striker on. And let's see, Ryan Waters. Why not? Let's give him a chance. Let's see what he can play as. He is a pressing forward. So that means that I'm going to turn Gracie into a poacher, which he prefers. Do I need to make any other changes? John Guthrie on the midfield looks a bit shot as well. Do we have someone that can play there? I'm still learning the team. Do we have another good midfielder? I think Paul McGouch is our best option there. So let's put him instead of Guthrie. But he's not really a midfielder. He's more of either a defender or a defensive midfielder, but let's put him as a ball-winning midfielder. And that should be it for now. Let's confirm these changes and see if that helps us. We start with another highlight for Peterhead. Blockley, and this time he doesn't get blocked. And he scores a beautiful goal from outside of the area, from a throw-in. Purdue to Dow to Blockley, and then there is absolutely nobody there. He has all the time in the world and can just kick it right into our goal. 2-0. Now, mind you, we are not expected to win this game at all. This is the potential champion of the league. And we're getting our ass kicked a bit more now. With another beautiful effort from outside the box. Again from a throw-in though. Gibson to Brown, and Brown just bangs it into the top of the goal. Beautiful goal, beautiful shot, beautiful effort. And it would be nice to see something like that from our side as well, guys. What's up? Are we going to get completely butchered here? This one grazes the top of the bar. Another 10 minutes to go. And we really had a very poor game. If you look at that, like 6.4, 6.3, 6.4, 6.4. There is really almost nobody that actually played a good game. Now, it could be the opposition just being a lot better than us. But, yeah. That's it. 3-0. As expected. And let's tell them that this is not what I want to see. And then we'll be back with the game against Queen's Park. And here we are right before the start of the Queen's Park game. As you can tell, we had a good thumping against Morton, who are a championship level team, so there was no surprise there. And then at home against Elgin City, we had a 0-0 draw. Now Elgin City was scheduled to be 8th in the league, so that should also be a game where I would like to come away with a win. But alas, it was a very uneventful game. And now we're going to head into the Queen's Park game with the following team. And there have been a good number of changes in the team. We're going to go with Morrison in goal, a defense of Wilson, Forrester, Wharton and Brown. And I think that's besides Wharton, these are 3 new players. Well, not new in the sense that they were not in the team yet. I don't think I picked them before for an actual game that I showed you. Then in midfield as a defensive midfielder, Magouch. A box-to-box midfielder, Murray, who is a trialist. And then Fisher as a central midfielder. And then on the wing we have Thompson and McClear. And Kearney as an advanced forward. I've tried Fell, I've tried Gracie, and they are not scoring goals. And Kearney did score a goal in the reserves, so hopefully he can do that again. I'm going with an attacking mentality this time. I really want to win this game. Let's see how that goes. And let's tell them that I'm expecting them to win. Does not give a lot of reaction from the players. But we'll see. And this is not just for the relegation battle. The Queen's Park coach and I have been going at it in the media. He claimed that this was not a very important game. I disagreed. And then when I was asked who were the relegation candidates, I of course said, well, Queen's Park, which he didn't agree with. So this is not just the battle of the relegation teams. It is also the battle of which coach gets to eat his words. So far, we're 15 minutes in the game, not too much going on. We do have the edge on possession. We have more shots, but only one on target so far. And let's see what we can do with an attacking mentality. I really hope that we can create some chances and that we can finally score a goal. Let's see, Forrester with the build-up to Wilson. Magouch back to Forrester. We need to be on the other side of the pitch, people. And there we go, hoofs it forward to absolutely nobody. And the ball comes right back. So we go to the other side. Brown hoofs it forward to Kearney. Puts it away to Thompson. Back to Kearney. Can he? Ooh, he kicked it right at the goalkeeper and we get a corner for that. Fisher with the corner. And the ball is cleared and that's the end of the highlight. We're about half time right now. 1 minute of extra time. So far rather uneventful. Let's see how the players are doing so far. Chris Brown is not having the best of games and Lewis McClear isn't either, so I'm going to replace both of them. Sam Robertson can come on. Let's see, he's probably not a wing back. Let's put him as a fullback. And then who do we have? We're gonna put Jamie Watson in the McClear spot. And he's a natural winger on support, so that should be fine. Let's get back to the pep talk and tell them again. We're not doing badly at all. Veron continues to work hard. Yeah. Doesn't make that much of an impression on them, it seems. And we're off in the second half. Let's see if we can get some balls to McKierney. Wharton now to Robertson. Fisher to Magouch, who kicks it into a defender. Fisher picks the ball up again. And that's it. Was one hell of a highlight there. And let's build it back up. Starting with Robertson to Fisher. Fisher, one of the best players, if not the best player in the team. Great ball forward to Watson and he should have scored. Watson should have scored. It was a one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he aims it a bit too high, goes over the bar. Very unfortunate. Do we need to intervene when we have about 20 minutes left? Let's see, there is a number of people getting tired. Let's finish this highlight and then I'll see if I can make another tactical change. Maybe we'll score a goal. Kearney tries to get to the ball. That doesn't happen. And now it's Queen's Park with Peters and a good save by Morrison. Let's take a quick look at the team. Stat-wise, it's okay. It's just Wharton. Wharton is quite tired, so I think I'm gonna bring on a fresh pair of legs in the defense. And let's see, let's put Stephen Smith in the place of Wharton and then switch the two around since Smith is actually a left back. Let's put him on cover, that should be fine. And Forrester can be a central defender as well. %61% possession, that's really nice, but we really should be creating more chances. And I really need a guy in front of the goal that actually scores goals. I need a decent forward. The transfer deadline is this week, and I haven't really scouted or found that many interesting people to be a striker. Kearney there, he was surrounded by a number of defenders, so it was a valiant effort, but let's see. Nope, nothing comes from the corner. 5 minutes left. Let's shout for some passion or demand more. Let's demand more. Yeah. See if that fires them up. Just fires up two people. And we're gonna get away with a 0-0. At least unless someone scores. Would be nice to have like a late game finisher. And it would suck to receive a late game finisher. So let's just kick the ball away right now. That would be like a very typical Football Manager game where you get what was that? What was that? Starting to sweat here a little bit. Murray gives it to Thompson, and then the cross is going nowhere. Is this the final highlight? Probably just going to be the throw in. Are we going to still get it in front of the goal? No, we are not. And that's a bit of a disappointing result. A 0-0. These are the games that we have to win if we want to stay clear of the relegation zone. Let the team know we appreciate their efforts. Well, I don't know if I'm appreciating a lot actually. Just wasn't our day. There were some positives. Okay, everybody seems to be happy about that. But we really need to create more chances. That is definitely what we need to work on. Let's see where we will come back. I'm not sure yet. Maybe I will skip the next games. I would like to... Oh, maybe we can skip to Queen's Park again. But I would like to show you the Scottish Cup game, and then we'll see if I can find an interesting game in between here. Then we'll add that one as well. If you've enjoyed that, please hit the like button. Let me know in the comments what you think so far, and thank you very much for watching.